Hello guys, and welcome back to the last day of Cash Game Festival action in terms of the Cash Game. So we've got 3 streams coming up today. Going to be starting things off with a €1, €3 no limit hold'em game. So hopefully we get some decent action here. I can recognise a couple of the people around the table already. Alex, who's a local regular in seat 1, Dimitri from yesterday. And we'll get a couple of some more information on the players as it develops. Queen Jack and Ace-7 off, obviously a little bit too wide from early position. And I'm joined once again by Sam Clark, who's a vlogger from the UK. How you doing, mate?
Good. Going to be croakier voices in the booth today.
Yeah, we're a little bit ropey, aren't we?
A little bit ropey.
Hello, Carpet Catcher, and welcome back once again. We were out on the absolute raz last night, so
gave it the big one.
Do bear with us. Stillion popping it up with the King Jack off, small blind versus button. You like to see it? Maybe indicative of some action. I think a lot of people make the mistake of just flatting in the spot.
Yeah.
Which is okay, but I think out of position in a cash game, you certainly want to be driving the action. Does end up out-flopping his opponent.
Do you have any small blind flats at all, by the way? Is it just like the low pairs?
I think against like players that aren't going to work out like what that kind of exploitative flatting range is, then yes. Versus someone who, I want to have balance in my small blind flatting range, then I won't, basically. But if I, I know that sounds a bit arrogant, but if I don't think someone's going to pick up on the fact that my small blind flatting range is going to be very face up, then I will, I will do so. Because obviously those hands, I think, benefit from flatting and having a higher SPR post flop. So did you get any feedback from your mate Hamza yesterday?
After we absolutely went after him.
Yeah, there was a bit of a back and forth, wasn't there?
I did tell him he hasn't watched it yet, but it should be good when he does. Well, I'll definitely hear about it anyway. I just absolutely went after him.
Yeah. No, we had a lot of history playing those
the spin-up
C-Gen spin-up games on Sky Poker, yeah.
And Joel joining the game in C6, is that?
That's right, yep.
Friend of mine, so...
Where's he been the last day or so?
He's been written off in bed.
Written off?
Yeah, because he had a night out and then literally lost the day in between.
Wow.
So he's just making his comeback.
Resurface.
Yeah.
Sven in seat 4 with Daniel with the Ace-Jack. Sven folding Jack-9 suited, +2.
Shout out to Joel's mum, by the way, who is in the stream.
Oh, really?
Hi, Joel's mum.
Hello, Joel's mum.
Thanks for the lift to the airport.
Very kind of you.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can see your son win a little bit of money today. How's everyone doing for the trip from you guys?
Joel is winning a little bit.
Yeah.
I am winning €52.
52 euros, solid.
And
how much did you do in the bar last night?
Oh yeah, more than 52.
Yeah, exactly.
And James has absolutely done it in. He's done
Bully was
multi-bags.
Yeah, Bully was giving some. Well, he was giving a lot of action to that short deck, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Who wasn't, to be fair?
Who wasn't?
Check.
I'd have loved to have seen the VPIPs from that game. It was just incredible, wasn't it?
Thought he would have been the lowest, I think.
Yeah. So 6-5 checking and Daniel
losing.
finding a Riverino.
Barry Greenstein.
Check.
And obviously, once you get to this stage, it's going to be a clear value bet, right?
Yeah, I don't like it being this big though.
No, neither. You're really,
might get called.
yeah. In this sort of line, you're just mostly targeting 5x and 9x, right? So.
Yeah.
27, quite quick bet as well, which in terms of river situations it does tend to sort of take out some of the more obvious bluffs that you can have.
Yeah.
And the problem is he's not really going to arrive to the river with much like King, Queen, Queen, Jack or King Jack, because those hands are going to have double barreled a lot of the time, so his range is pretty much face up as
Just an ace, though.
yeah, exactly what he has.
1K and trophy.
Ginger peppermint tea.
So he's from the UK, right? And I didn't realise that he was coming out. I'm not sure. Is he with the Cambridge guys or?
Which one?
Seat 3, Daniel.
No, I'm thinking.
I only just met him yesterday.
Yeah.
But
3 plus, 4 plus,
No, he didn't come out with us, I don't think.
no.
5 plus, 6 plus. 7 race. 10.
So Stilian, seat 7, popping it up with the 5-4 suited, Bulgarian cash game reg, I believe. And Dimitri here, a clear 3-bet.
8 race 40.
A very large sizing though, isn't it?
Unless he's said something verbally, yeah,
Oh
it's
yeah,
40.
40, okay.
Still
So
big.
gets rid of the other guys behind him. I don't think we're going to be continuing with the 5-4 here to that size.
I don't think the size needs to be that big. It can be, yeah, like 25, 30 in position there, I think.
Problem is with that size is that if you do get action, it's
Usually by bet.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
the problem, right? Hello, Miko. How are you? And thanks for that. Good afternoon to you as well, sir. What are you up to today? Yeah, so yeah, by making it that size, if you do get 4-bet, you're kind of forcing out a lot of 4-bet bluffs there because they're not really going to think that they've got much fold equity a lot of the time. It's just sort of I have a strong hand, what are you going to do about it kind of sizing, isn't it? You know?
Yeah.
So Dave in seat 5, opening it up with the Ace Jack, 10 to go, which tends to be the sort of standardised sizing. You're going to get 15 as the open in 2-5 and 1-3 is usually sort of based around the 10 mark.
3 plus.
Aurelio says, living the dream. Who isn't, bro? Who isn't? So stack sizes there, you can see Stilian sat quite deep, which you usually expect from a cash game reg. Dimitri, Christopher and Joel all in for 100 big blinds.
What do you buy in for usually in these kind of games?
Probably 500 to be honest. I don't know. It depends how deep everyone else is as well. If there's a couple of guys that are willing to, play some big pots and they're sat with 1,000, then that could be a more lucrative alternative.
5 race.
How about yourself when you're playing these 1-1 games in Manchester? You buying them? For
I love it. I love playing really deep.
Really
Joel's
deep.
just going to 3-bet a guy with aces here. Well played.
Yeah.
I usually like to buy in really deep. So I'll generally cover the biggest stack at the table.
2 plus.
Yeah. Okay. And you say you get to the games relatively late in order to do that, right?
Yeah, so yeah, just the buying structure is just it's 200 and as a max cap, and then a few hours in, because it's a much bigger stack, everyone's got 1,000, so
Yeah.
it's going to be a
I'd
juicy
say I'd
game
get a
going.
cash game festival tattoo if I got
And a nice
Huge
juice
implied like pairs and stuff.
if you can find a way to get there, yeah.
3 fights I've got to get a tattoo.
So what are you doing in Dave's situation here? 100 big blinds effective. Is it always going to be a 4-bet, or are you going to mix in some calls as well?
I think I prefer a call in position.
Yeah.
I quite like the small 4-bet actually.
Does get a lot of Joel's range to continue. There's not going to be many pure 3-bet bluffs, but Joel electing to fold there, getting a pretty good price and still 230 behind.
Yeah.
Thoughts on that?
I think he's probably rightly assessed that the range is going to be really strong and he's
Really
probably not
not
getting the right price anyway.
Formen zamena 100.
It's going to be a hand like aces, kings.
It seems like Joel had a strategy to 3-bet a fold there, which I like as well.
Yeah.
You don't really want to be calling with the whole table behind you from an early position raise.
Yeah.
And if we think the opponent's opening range from under the gun is really tight, we can just fold. If not, I like a 3-bet and isolate.
I definitely like mixing in some calls there, not with his exact hand, but in more of a tournament scenario.
Yes.
When you're a bit shorter stack, but yeah, 100 big blinds. Could never be bad to take the initiative.
8 go.
So some loosey-goosey action here.
Loosey-goosey call from Dimitri.
With the pre-flop float with the jack-9 off.
2 flush draws.
Yeah, exactly. Double suited and booted. And David there with the very standard defend with the King Jack.
Yeah.
So 3 ways to a flop. Stillian hoping for that 6 ball.
Still ahead though.
Yeah, not an awful flop.
So would you, if it's checked you here, you bet to protect or?
Well, it's interesting because we didn't realise if you assume Dimitri to be this wide,
Yeah.
then I think that there's some merit to betting here.
And you can also get some thin value against like lower pocket pairs, I guess.
Yeah,
is the
you
thing.
don't have a
air
spade
size
in,
might float.
you don't have a spade in your hand. There's a couple of decent turn cards for you that you can
Yeah.
continue.
I think I like betting this one in
Yeah.
particular.
I think your hand needs a lot of protection, really.
Yeah. And it's likely to be the best hand a lot of the time.
Exactly. I think the only hand that you're really losing to is maybe 7 or 8s in Dimitri's range.
Yeah.
You've got to love the loosey-goosey play. Oh, absolutely. That's
We
why
love
we're
it.
here. That is why we're here.
Seven pass. 8 go. Dimitri's limped the king queen.
Oh,
1 raise 15.
Certainly
Alex finding
mixing
himself
it
a
up.
decent spot here.
Yeah.
Looks like he's going to be able to play in position against the hand he dominates.
Yeah, and I like the
Unless-
5x ISO as well. If you think that someone's got an unbalanced limping range in this situation, your hand is going to be doing extremely well. Daniel comes in for the cold call with the King Jack. Not so keen on that.
No, I think that's a really good spot to put in kind of a 3-bet bluff there. It looks like he could be isolating Dimitri wider because, of, like you say, we might expect him to have an unbalanced limping range.
Yeah, Alex is certainly a player that will go after someone that shows that kind of weakness in the pot. Joe's
It's
old.
an interesting board because it's kind of whoever wants it wins it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Alex has the clear range advantage on a deuce 4.
Yeah.
I think he should be starting to put some money into the pot.
Yeah, I
Doesn't
think
need
so.
to
You
go
can bet
big.
small here.
Yeah, it doesn't need to go big.
1 bet.
About 20.
Something between 15 and 20. Yeah.
Yep, that's what he's gone with. I like
Yeah.
that. And even if we get called by something like 5 or 6s here, it's unlikely they're going to be able to sustain the pressure to stay in the hand on
Absolutely.
most runouts. So,
Yeah. It's just really tough.
yeah, I like to bet on a board like that where no one's really going to have anything.
No. Or going to be able to react to multiple
Yeah.
streets of aggression on the deuce 4. Certainly not a board where anyone's going to be having trips. You know, you might be up against a full house once in a blue moon, but definitely want to be continuing there and continuing to tell the story of representing a strong hand, which, you know, you have to be given credit for the vast majority of the time. You've 5x'd a limp from an early position versus +2. Certainly a good spot to be continuing. So thanks to you guys for tuning in to Cash Game Festival Bratislava. 1-3 action to kick things off today. We've got a 5-5 PLO stream coming up a little bit later on, and also some 2-2 Sveton. So some mixed games, and we're going to have some fun, I'm sure. Tomorrow we have the finale of the tournament. It's going to be the final table being broadcast to you live from the mid-afternoon. Details of that to follow. And guys, do remember that we do have some Pokio giveaways. So if you have a look in the chat now, I've just put the information there. Sign up for our club, online club ID 100197 via the App Store. Get your nickname in the chat and you will have the opportunity to get yourselves a bankroll boost for the Pokio app. 25 euros credited to your account if you can get signed up and verified. So, looks like some interesting action here. So Daniel's popped it up from the hijack. Sven has 3 bets to 41 in the cutoff.
Yeah, not a fan of the cold call.
Cold call, especially as both players are under 100 big blinds deep. It's just just wants to be going in, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
And so
Yeah, we can just cold 4-bet and get it in versus Sven there, I think. It's the best line.
and in Sven's situation here, you know, his hand is probably going to be a check now 3 ways.
Yep,
Yeah.
I think so. Interesting if he faces the bet from Dave here because he's getting into sort of dodgy territory with the stack size though. With the ace of
5
clubs,
bet. 55.
Yeah, that's
could struggle to get away from this.
yeah. He's definitely going to be continuing for the flop bet. That's
Yeah.
for sure. Not sure what Daniel's thinking about. Bit of TV time maybe there, lad. Or he was thinking of clicking it back or something. Got no idea. So yeah, Sven calling 55 here. He's going to have 200 behind, which is going to be into, what, 230? It's going to get dicey.
If this turns a club, I think he loses it.
Club or an ace. Was Jack.
That actually could
Didn't think
go
about
check,
that one.
Yeah.
So 9-10 of clubs and ace-10 get there.
Do you bet here as Dave? I don't think I would.
It's becoming a little bit on the thinner side now. Some
Yeah.
queen jack, some king jack just got there.
Yeah, with this sack spot
Ace-10
ratio,
of course. And
I don't know if a bet that isn't all in is the one.
yeah.
You said 80, right? So 5 zeros.
It's bet really small as well. It's kind of probably a call still, right?
It is a little bit on the suspicious side if you're sat there as Sven, right?
I mean, to be fair, cold calling a 3-bet, he can definitely just have sets here as well. He can have, I mean, you would expect a 4-bet from queens or kings actually, so
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Is he continuing the flop with pocket jacks? I guess jacks with a club, maybe?
Potentially. Not sure if you would bet though.
No, it's on the lighter side. I mean, sorry, Sven.
Oh, Sven, yeah.
Yeah.
I think probably check calls one with a club.
Yeah. And Dave gets that small bet through on the turn, going for some pretty thin value. Truck Salts says, hey guys, let's hope for some good action. I'm with you on that one, pal. It's not been too bad so far, to be fair, for the 1-3. Which is kind of like the entry level live no limit hold'em stakes that you'll find streamed for the Cash Game Festival. And so, you know, with that entry level spot, you are getting some people that are, you know, maybe not completely rolled to the games that are going to be playing a little bit too tight.
Yeah.
And then you're also getting other people that maybe play a bit higher that aren't really respecting the stakes and just sort of splashing it about. Bullimore. No, it should be a decent one, and we've got what seems like a good lineup and a mixture of solid players and.
Yeah, Bullimore not respecting the stakes or the need for an iron.
Yeah, where is that iron, man? Imagine your net worth being like that and just not bothering to iron your t-shirt. Although I'm saying that.
Yeah, you've got paint on yours.
Yeah, I've got paint on. Well, I hope it's paint. Christopher with a standard fold there. The queen 10 off under the gun. Not going to be v-pipping for sure.
Dave's had some big hands, by the way. He had kings there while we were talking.
Oh really?
Yeah.
What? And just got the
Just got it through.
through. That's the sick
Sold
one.
lines, but yeah, he's had a lot of premiums already.
And no action there for Joel. Opening up with the king 10 and the cutoff. Pretty standard stuff.
Did you already put 100 on the table, or do you need to change? You need to change, right? Formen zamena 100. Yes. Servis poprosím, ty. So, position 4 plus 100.
The
Euros. 3 plus.
what's the YouTube channel?
4 plus.
The name of it is just Sam Clark, but I always tell people just search Sam Clark Poker.
Yeah.
Just because there's a girl called Sam Clark who has a lot more subscribers than me, and that is the first thing that comes up. So if you put in the keyword poker, it'll be the first thing. It's a shark holding a banana. That's the logo.
8, raise 15. 1 plus.
Is this an open? It looked like Dimitri opened to 18 there, not 15.
Are we on
Pretty
the
large.
straddle or?
No, I don't think so. Is it? No, it looks like it's just an open from the button.
5x.
Yeah, it's pretty large.
Do you get many streakers on the stream? Says Aurelio. It's not something that's happened much in the past. However, if you are local and fancy getting your kit off, you're more than welcome.
Come on down.
Yeah.
8 bet. 17. 2 plus.
Okay guys, since not all of you were here for the free streams, I just want to have a reminder.
So do check out Sam's YouTube channel, guys.
If you're the biggest winner in the table,
Up and coming vlogger.
at least 920 euros, you will win.
And so, how much time do you spend editing the videos? Because that's something that's always sort of turned me off from getting into that side
Yeah.
of thing. I just hate the nitty gritty stuff.
I actually don't anymore.
don't?
I've got an editor now.
Okay.
Big time.
Yeah. Wow.
No, yeah, on one of my videos recently, I was spending like 8 or 9 hours editing each one for a while, and
Yeah.
I'd never done anything like that before, so they weren't edited particularly well either.
Yeah.
So I just put a message on one of the ends of a video I did, and just said, if you're interested in media, you know how to edit videos,
Yeah.
let me know. I'm looking for an editor.
Okay. How much do
so-
they charge for that?
I kind of set the price myself, but I give him 40 pounds a video.
What
raise,
video?
7.
Okay. What? And they can get it done in a lot less than 8 hours, or?
Yeah, I mean, he works full time as well, so
Yeah.
it does take him a while to get around to it, but it's just much higher quality, and obviously saves me the time of doing it, so I can just focus on recording the bits I want, and
And playing.
I
Yeah.
just send it to him, and he
Nice.
sorts it out. So worth the investment for me.
So Alex with a standard raise fold there, opening the 10-7 suited, getting 3-bet by his king. Nothing to speak about really there. And so I'd be interested to see what the winning score is so far for the Big Blinds 1. Let's have a look on the Cash Game Festival. Facebook guys, www.facebook.com/cashgamefestival. Do feel free to check it out. There's high quality media content on there.
7 plus. 8 goals. 1 plus.
We're going to open your cash game table table number 3, $25 bill holder with 300 buy. Open up your cash game holder stůl, na to číslo tady 25 bill holder. Díky 300 euro.
3 call. 4 call. 5 checks. 4 players.
So it looked like Jamie.
Oh wow!
Ooh.
We have no, it doesn't ace for the action, for the massive action, but
4 plus, 5 plus.
you just find the case 8.
Yeah, and Daniel's going to be losing some chips here.
8 goal.
So I think 300 big blinds is to beat
That's it.
for today.
Oh wow! Okay.
Whoa.
And it somehow ended up at shop.
It's Shopzilla. But he's got the
Wow.
rebink with the king.
Yeah,
3 bets.
he's gonna be angry when he sees this one.
Dimitri is going to be absolutely fuming. Goes for the 10 bet as well.
9 no beats, and this is
The
tragic.
accident, yeah,
And he's just flicking the annoyed call.
flicks it in and just been like, look, you punked me.
At least he has a laugh about it.
Yeah, that's the main thing.
Ace on river, please. Who's got away with this thing? I got away with it. Not me. He did, I swear. Gotta love the laugh. I just took an ace on river though. Yeah. You somehow river the nuts, like. Yeah, I'll bet him for value on river, not for a chop.
Foreman TV!
What's that? I think so, yeah. Bet him for value on river.
Mali teraz obidva Full House S a 8.
NL Hold'em says just lol. Okay.
8.
I agree.
Yeah. It was a rather lol hand.
Nobody floats a full house to the by the way.
So back in the mix here. 8-7 suited. Definitely want to be playing this hand.
8 go.
Let's go for that limp
One pass.
that we saw earlier. Alex with the 7-4. You're probably not going to be ISOing this time.
Nope.
Daniel with pocket 3s on the button here.
Over limps.
Yep. Don't think that's a bad option in a live cash game, to be honest.
Yeah.
What else is on screen today, says Hyberze. We have some 5-5 PLO coming up for you in about 2 hours or so. And then after that, it's going to be Sviten Special, which is also known as Draw Mahar, a fun game that originated in Scandinavia and has long roots in the Cash Game Festival. We were playing it deep into the night yesterday.
5 plus. Heads up.
And Dimitri taking the lead on the turn, flopping a gut shot back to a flush draw, turning second pair. Let's see if he can eke out another value bet on the river. Does go for the check. I think Daniel's just going to check it back and hope to win. And gets shown the bad news, unfortunately. So we got some information on any of these players.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Sven says he's 31 years old and he's been living from playing cash games in Vegas for half a year, which is kind of cool. Drunk Irish guy in Vegas wanted to buy my seat for $750. Okay. Hope he sold it.
I hope it's a 1-2 game or something where the buy-in's less than.
Yeah, I was going to say, Jesus, that must have been the absolute free roll. Favourite poker player is Phil Ivey. He's never been on a TV table before, and it says the meaning of life is to follow his passion. So I'm happy to hear that.
One race.
Chuck Salt, where is the next stop? We're going to be in Romania, Bucharest, at the Poker Room Bucharest, from the 16th to the 20th of October.
4 plus.
Do get yourselves involved if and when you can. You're able to qualify as well on the Pokio app, where there are lots of promotions and giveaways. Do check it out at pokio.com. Favourite poker players, old school / online, says Aurelio. Who are your favourite players?
Ooh. I mean, I think it's a popular one, but Tom Dwan for me was always one of the ones when I started getting into poker that was just like he was kind of doing different things to everyone else.
Yeah.
He kind of set his own style and I like that.
Yeah, kind of almost pioneered that
25.
loose, aggressive,
Old
relentless.
bets.
Yeah, exactly.
Like it. Yeah, so anyone that sort of changes the game a little bit and sort of the meta of what people do, I think
Yeah.
deserves respect there, and especially the fact he was so young when he did it.
Yeah.
Nowadays, Garrett Adelstein's probably one of my favourites.
Yeah,
Just
for
an
me as
absolute
well.
beast.
Watching the way he plays live cash games, super deep stack, just
Yeah.
really, really one of the best out there.
Yeah.
Ooh, Jack on the turn.
What about you?
Yeah, Garrett's just definitely one of my favourite players. Phil Galfond, I've always enjoyed listening to his, very tranquil voice, and just the way he really understands the game and applies theory is incredible. Hey, Donna.
Go ahead.
Sorry?
So for me, I have a bit of an interest in the YouTube side of things as well. I have a couple of favourite YouTubers like Johnny Vibes.
Oh yeah, he's cool, man.
Yeah, he's coming to Manchester soon actually.
Is he really?
Yeah, he put something out on Twitter and I DM'd him. We had a chat about it.
Yeah,
He's considering doing a meet-up game. He's just there for literally a layover for a day,
sure.
just between 2 flights. He's thinking about hosting a meet-up game
Nice.
in my local.
What, 235?
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah, I watched his Mexico stream. That was cool. Just I like the sort of vibe that he's got as well. Obviously Johnny Vibes, but
Yeah.
he's likable and comes across well on camera. That's for sure.
Definitely a very positive outlook. What did you think about the Sean Deeb beef?
I didn't see that. What happened? Did he just call him?
Basically, so Sean Deeb and Doug Polk called him out on Twitter, I think, for basically charging an amount of markup to his fans for his World Series package that was unfair and unrealistic. Like he wasn't going to make that much profit on average.
Yeah.
And basically said he was scamming his own fans by not.
What was the markup?
I think it was like 1.3 or something
What, for the main event?
for like his whole World
The
Series
whole
package.
thing? Yeah.
So quite high, obviously. And their point that they were coming across with was he was selling it to his subscribers as like a profitable investment.
Yeah.
And they're saying there's no way it can be a profitable investment.
So does that include like some higher stake stuff? Because 1.3
Yeah.
seems kind of reasonable. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's playing quite big.
Well, big for him, yeah.
Yeah.
Like he was obviously taking a shot twice, selling action,
Yeah.
and it included the main event. So, so he, in response to that, challenged Sean Deeb to a bet of $5,000, and the bet was whoever has the best return of investment across the World Series package between them.
Yeah.
Johnny won by a lot
Yeah.
because I think he cashed them in, which obviously is a big part of the package,
Yeah.
and. He had a couple of other nice scores, so he won like something like 30k. Sean Deeb absolutely did it in. I don't think he had any cashes pretty much to speak of. And then there was afters on Twitter,
Oh really?
and apparently he wouldn't. So they had to have like a in between to take the money, escrow.
Escrow, yeah.
And then Sean Deeb wouldn't give it to the escrow. He was saying, if you want the 5,000, come and get it yourself. Told him where he was. Like all of this, yeah, like
Wow.
absolute Twitter beef.
Why has that happened?
I don't know. But I think he handled it quite well.
Yeah.
Respected him for that.
So Christopher opening up here with a 9-8.
Check.
Not being met with his favourite turn card, and interestingly, Daniel does go for the snap protection bet with the sixes, trying to get some overcards and random flop bluffs to fold, and does manage to fold out a relatively decent amount of equity with the 2 live overcards there. 6 could have been a bit juicy on the turn, but we aren't blessed with the cooler as of yet. Donna says Doug is the boss in 2
Florman zamena 100.
He's quite a funny guy, that Doug, isn't he?
Yeah, I think he's a great card manager. He's really like proactive, and he puts on a lot of events and stuff to keep things fresh. He did kind of, I called it DGen Christmas.
Oh yeah.
Where he was just giving away 500 to 1,000 to, I think actually the biggest one was 2,000 every hour.
Really?
Something like that. For
Jesus.
like, it was like a raffle, and more for every 10 hours you played, you got 1 ticket.
Oh right.
In the last 6 months, so I had obviously, I was like in the top 5 for most tickets, and won nothing.
Won nothing.
Joel won a TV actually.
You want a TV?
Yeah, you like went and cashed out and then had to leave the casino with like a 60-inch flat screen TV, like dragging it down the road.
Looked like you just nicked it or something. Yeah.
Heads up.
So Joel popping up here, Dimitri flatting from the big blind. Versus the button, are you calling all of your offsuit aces here for the 3.3x?
No.
No, neither.
6 bet
I would just
7.
fold this hand personally.
Yeah, it
but
just plays really badly.
yeah.
I think you can use it as a 3-bet bluff if you want, because it's got the blocker there, but prefer
Yeah.
to just probably fold.
Yep.
8 goes.
Does get a Flatterino Cappuccino on the turn. And let's see what sizing Joel's going to make it depending on the river. Oh, it's another king.
It's actually a card you could potentially get called on.
Yep,
Makes it less likely that Joel has a king.
for sure.
Oh, and we're going to lead. Not a fan.
Oh no,
Oh,
he's
yeah,
just
he
doing
the pump fake.
he's just doing the please don't bet thing.
Yeah, that's literally what that was.
8 plus.
The old I'm calling.
Yeah.
Oh, I fold. Where is the best action? Which stop would have the best reg to recreational ratio? Just curious. Malta was a really good stop because there's quite an affluent area. There's a lot of people that just pop into the casino that don't particularly play poker or have any interest in learning the game. Just fancy a bit of a spin. So Malta's a good spot. Best reg to recreational ratio. I'm not sure. Where's your favourite spot?
I haven't really been abroad anywhere that,
No.
I've enjoyed that much so far in terms of poker. Everywhere I've travelled to, I mean, this is my favourite so far actually.
It's been alright. It's been
Yeah.
decent action, right?
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah.
Vegas, I went to this summer for the World Series. Wasn't particularly impressed with the cash games.
Really?
Yeah.
They weren't as good as you thought they would be, or?
No, I thought it was going to be like a lot of loose action and stuff. It was all very
Nitty.
nitty games.
Okay.
That I found anyway. I was playing 2-5 while I was out there. Yeah, didn't really find myself in many good games.
What was the your profit over the trip like?
700 in 2 weeks, so
Okay.
not the
Yeah.
best, and didn't cover the expenses.
Yeah.
Net loss for the trip.
Okay.
I actually ended up playing. I gave up on the cash games after the first week and just started playing the daily tournaments.
Okay, the deep stack tournament. Yeah, yeah.
No, like literally the daily tournaments in my casino. They were like $100 buy-ins, and
Yeah.
usually went something like 20 runners. So it's kind of like a sit and go.
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
Just sort of quick ones. They lasted like 2-3 hours.
Yeah.
Managed to win. I nearly cashed. There's 5 a day, and I cashed 4. And apparently no one's ever cashed all 5 in a day before.
Oh, really?
I was like wanting my face on the wall, trophy,
Position 7.
but alas,
That's not to be.
yeah.
So what do? They pay the top 3 then in those or something?
Yeah, generally it's like between 3 and 5, depending on how many runners.
Yeah.
But not too hard to cash, and really, really soft. Rake was absolutely outrageous. It was
Was
something.
it?
It was like for the $100 buy-in, 75 of it went towards the tournament, and 25 was
Jeez.
Rake. And I thought it was
How's
still.
that even beatable?
Well, I know.
Tournaments are
The standard was so low that I actually think it was.
Yeah, yeah.
And I
Wow.
preferred playing those over the cash games,
Fair enough.
as not even a tournament player.
Yeah. So Big Twonk says, just started watching the stream, any decent hands? We've had a couple of interesting battles so far.
Joel decided to 3-bet into aces.
Yeah, Joel decided to 3-bet into aces. We had 2-pair versus full house situation as well.
Actually, my highlight is the pocket 8s against king 8 on the ace-8 board.
Yeah,
Turn
yeah.
ace, chop.
Chop on it.
That was my favourite.
And in fact, King 8 was getting the free roll to the king. On
Yeah.
the It's funny how this game can turn. But thanks for joining, guys. Who's playing pretty loose? Big Twonk. Not sure what a Twonk is. So Alex looks like he's going to be popping it up here.
Dimitri's called a king 3 off, George.
3+.
He's having a bit of fun, isn't he?
Absolutely loosey-goosey. Eating a sandwich.
Yeah.
Joel will be 4-betting here. I'd
Sure.
be very, very surprised if he called. And he'll be 4-betting with the plan of getting in at the stack depth.
6 raised.
And he's just gone on it.
Just piled it.
8+. 1+.
Oh. Someone's been on the absolute sauce in the production team. Oh, it's a mutual friend. Good stuff. And so Stillian there, who looked a bit surprised with the shove. I don't know if you noticed that little
Yeah.
eyebrow raise.
I mean, it was large.
Yeah, it was
To
a
be
large
fair.
shove, yeah.
Hefty.
Don't know, would you be constructing some 4-bet bluffs in there? So
I think I would have just made it like, what was the re-raise to? It was like
45, yeah.
I mean, and Joel had 270.
360.
Oh wow, that's
Yeah,
very large.
exactly. So you
No,
can
yeah, I
just-
think you can go all in for like 250, something like that, maybe. But
Yeah.
even that's quite big. I think I would just make it,
115, 110, something
yeah,
like that. Yeah.
and then just call it all in.
Yeah. So Stillian picking up aces.
1-1 all in.
1-1 all in. Pops it up to 10. Oh, come on, guys, give him some action. Yes, here we go. Daniel in there with the 5-4 suited.
He loves it.
He does love it, doesn't he? And that's going to be a Karlovic. And let's see what we're going to have in store here.
Ace 2-3.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. And that's a swing and a miss for our band Daniel.
A horrendous board for aces as well.
Yeah. At least he does have that backup diamond. But versus a small blind flatting range, you know, there's going to be a lot of broad pairs and there's going to be a lot of low pairs in there, and apparently 5-4 suited as well. So, you know, not a board that you're going to get 3 streets of value on. However, Daniel getting a bit frisky with this turn lead.
I think his logic here is going to be that if Stillian has any of his like really strong value hands here, his jacks, queens, and kings, they're going to bet,
Yeah.
and he thinks maybe he can make him fold range by betting turn and river. Would be my guess. Like a river like this, if he overbets, he's probably expecting to be able to make him fold pretty much anything
Yeah.
he can have. That might be the plan. If he just checks the river, I'm not a fan of it. If he does this, at least see the logic.
3 bet,
Yep.
45.
And it's actually not the best spot as Stillian now. I don't love it,
No.
especially with the ace of diamonds.
Yeah.
45.
But he just made the call, and he's gonna see the 5-5.
So board.
It's a well executed bluff. Unfortunately, that maybe, as you said, the overbet would have been a little bit more efficient in that spot.
Yeah, and I think some blockers might have been good.
Yeah, that's the problem. Otherwise, you're just calling every sister connector and bluffing all of them. How are you dicing it up? You know, it's
Yeah.
big Twonk's having a laugh. Enjoying that one from Stillian.
Quite high, taking that like a bluff.
Go to the toilet quickly, mate. I'll be right back.
You own that bluff, but I can't believe if he didn't have like the ace of diamonds there, that gets through every time.
He does have aces, I mean.
No, but if he didn't have the nut flush no bluff,
I'm guessing aces then.
6 pass. 7 pass. 8 go. 1
Dimitri coming in with the open link with the 4s.
pass. 2 pass.
I'd like to see an ISO here from Daniel.
4 go.
We have the GTO aces. Love ace 5 suited. He's going to get raised now though from Dave, who has definitely had the run of it in terms of starting hands this session so far.
8 goes. 3 go.
And Daniel comes along as expected. Sven, this is loose. Definitely a loosey-goosey call from Sven. Ace 2 off, it's just not a hand that's going to play well post flop, and we're out of position 4 ways. I like a fold in Sven's spot there.
story of my life bluffing.
Oh,
Aurelio, like the move, needs more dollar on the end though. I agree, I think an overbet might have got the job done there. And I do like the effort, but as we said, he should have some blockers or some reason to be selecting the hand he is for bluffing, otherwise he's just going to have too many bluffs because he's called with suited connector, as George says, and he ends up at the river with a lot of them otherwise.
8 check.
Not the most action flop for these exact hands. Dave just has the absolute lot now. Middle pair, straight draw, and the nut flush draw. Not a lot he can get action from though, out of these exact hands.
5 bet, 35.
What's the flop check round? And Dave's going for a bit of.
Yeah, he's going for a theme now.
Yes, 4 pass. Yes. Foreman
Dave's
zamena
just had it
100.
every time. he's definitely had the run of the cards.
Sven in from the small blind with
He completed in the small blind,
Okay.
and then the big blind raised, and he came along. Was not a fan.
No, not with the ace 2 for sure. Already a fan of Daniel's move there, just as we said, does need to go for the overbet.
Need some extra sauce.
Uh-huh.
Anything you want. We'll just get rid of blinds. €5 ante.
Well, having said that, I'm not sure if an overbet even works against that exact hand. I don't think people enjoy folding aces.
No,
Play for your life.
7 pass.
especially after
8
they've
pass.
checked out the flop.
Yeah.
1 pass.
He's bluffing me. Cool.
1-1 I go.
1-1.
2
Yeah,
raise.
actually, it's an interesting point, especially as people will play the stream for 2 hours. For the most part, you're not likely to get a hand that strong.
3 go. 4 pass.
You don't want to be the guy that incorrectly folds aces on stream.
No, exactly.
Your mum might be watching.
Yeah, exactly. And to a novice poker player, everyone's just like, Aces, you have the nuts. What's going on?
Yeah.
Cool. Hello, Princess Bella. How are you?
All the good stuff.
Queens versus the Jack 9 here. Daniel with rather speculative flat from the cutoff there. Would you be working this into a 3-bet or?
Yeah,
just-
it's a 3-bet or a fold for me.
Yeah.
Although saying that, I did make a loosey-goosey peel with Queen 9 suited on stream.
Oh, yeah?
I don't know if you remember that one.
No.
Flop was 992. No problem back in the net.
Easy.
See you later, lads.
Easy.
I actually got a hero call from King High in that hand.
Who hero could you be king? Oh, was it Dimitri?
It was Jamie, I think.
Jamie, that was it, yeah.
He does love a hero, as we saw yesterday. Sometimes he's right with the King High,
Called you
sometimes
a
he's
king
not.
10, didn't he?
King Jack, I think, yeah.
King Jack, yeah. Come on, Daniel.
Pull the trigger, Daniel.
You can do it.
What a horror show for Chris.
Yeah,
here.
it's
What
just
a
got
horrible
absolute worse
that
and
feeling
worse.
when you check and you're like, please just don't.
Yeah, please just let me win
Just
somehow.
let me have it. Oh, and he's gonna pull the trigger.
Go on, Danny boy.
Doesn't even need to be very big.
55, and
do it.
Christopher is just like,
Queen's in the
fuck
bin.
my life.
Queen's in the bin.
Oh,
Oh!
showing the absolute.
Hey!
Hey! Hoppa, hoppa, hoppa.
Red don't count, has to be a diamond.
Second time lucky.
How are the games in the UK mainly? Do you play cash? What casinos are the best for the action? So yeah, we went through this yesterday. Sam's a big advocate of the Manchester poker scene. As soon as you left your job, you basically moved there, right? And you
Yeah, the next day.
yeah, got straight in the mix there. So yeah, Manchester is good action. London is
You got like a southern accent, right? You from London-ish?
yeah, just south of London.
So is that where you just played in like Empire and stuff, I guess?
Mostly
Hippo?
Reading, actually. Yeah,
Oh,
that's my hometown. There was a relatively decent cash game scene in Reading. I think there still is to some degree. It's just a little bit too reggae for my liking, and it's only 1-2. Aurelio says doesn't get out much, bless him. Nottingham is good poker, yeah, D to D. I don't really like the vibe of.
I've heard that a lot actually. Everyone I've asked about Dusk Till Dawn has said like
Just dead, yeah.
it's, like the atmosphere is just like not friendly.
Yeah, exactly. It's a
No,
very
no one seems to like going there.
no, it's a very kind of predatory type of poker environment. You know, people are there to they rent a house.
Very
like,
reggae. And
yeah, exactly, and there's a lot of egos flying around. So yeah, Manchester's a good spot. London, comes and goes. There's some good Omaha action in Empire and the Vic.
Hang on, Dimitri's just 3-bet the 8-9 off on
Okay.
the. I'm guessing. I don't know if he's limpery
He's
raised.
in the straddle, I think.
He's in the
yeah.
straddle, that makes sense. Okay. Off of a €200 stack.
Yeah, and you can't get Daniel off of the Jack 9 suited.
It's weird as well because he's had like no aggression frequency up until now. He's just been limping everything.
Yeah,
And
I
then
know,
he's just
exactly. It's just
8-9 off. Let's have it.
sort of mixing it up, and I bet will work here. I think for the most part.
Yep, that should do. And this is a very good board to be betting as the 3-better.
Yeah, I
King
think.
high, super dry.
Yeah,
Gonna
I'd
get
probably
folded
in live poker I'd just bet a third here with my
Yeah, I
entire
think he's
range.
gone way too big.
He's gone like 65, isn't
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Representing the top set, I guess.
he? Yep. And gets the job done. Fair enough.
I think 20 would have got the job done, but alright.
Good to hear your voice again, says Princess Bella. Thank you very much. Appreciate the compliment. How are you doing? Yeah, very well. Last night was a bit of a loosener, wasn't it? We went to a nightclub and had a few drinks. Got back here, continued playing some Omaha, and just had an absolute riot, to be honest.
It was a fun one.
It was a good
From what I
one.
remember. Which is not much.
No.
I had to do the obligatory going in my Instagram story this morning, deleting about 5 minutes of literally just nonsense.
It's better than usual.
Videos on the story.
Speak for yourself.
You have 5 minutes on your story.
Just literally like me panning around the nightclub.
hey, look, hey, I'm in
George
a bar.
Altrade, hey! Shout out.
When there is action on the table, that's...
You were absolutely having it
Oh, was
on my
having it.
videos. You were absolutely having it large.
So a bit of dancing.
There was.
1 pass, 2 pass, 3 pass,
Got the old knees out, didn't
Yeah.
4 pass, 5 pass.
I? Kings. for
Joel's going to
Joel.
play a hand.
So,
And he's going to get no action. Oh,
Does have Dimitri in the big
Yeah.
blind. He's usually good for a few quid.
8 goals.
nice hand to call with in the big blind actually.
Yep.
Oh baby.
That's it.
Oh baby!
Oh, mamma mia.
8 check.
So I'm guessing the flop's just gonna go check.
Look at Joel's quads face.
Like what the fuck?
Check.
Very surprised if he somehow gets any value here. Unless
Maybe
Dimitri just thinks this
flicks
guy
it
doesn't
back
have
on the
anything.
turn. Yeah. Show it, boy.
Nah, it's good.
Hey, one mum, thank you, mum.
Is this, high hand? Is there
Oh yeah, there will be in the room, so Joel will have won about 25 euros and
on Pokio, right?
and maybe a make poker great again hat.
Oh, he's already got one, so he's getting a collection going.
Oh wow.
Hopefully, gives us one to me.
Yep. Wear it in the live scene in Manchester.
Yeah.
Chuck Salt says, I'm new here, maybe asking too many questions. Thanks for the answers. No, not at all.
Feel free.
Yep. You are more than welcome. So Dimitri making that 56% VPIP work. Getting away from the 8 high there like an absolute boss.
Yeah.
Princess Bella says it sounds really fun. Yeah, it certainly was.
Definitely having a good time this trip.
It's nice just to blow off some steam and get away from the table sometimes as well. I've played.
Good group of lads out here as well.
Yeah, good fun. And I'm sure that we're going to have a decent contingent coming for the future Cash Game Festival stops as well.
I'd definitely come to another one, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, very much enjoyed it.
Nice one. There'll be a lot of stops. I'm guessing Romania is probably a bit too soon for you, is it?
Potentially. When is it?
It's in 3 weeks' time in Bucharest.
Could potentially come along.
When we hear it, we just run through it.
Not sure what the action's going to be like.
I'm waiting to hear my name and how I get criticised.
Early stages, but rate today's players top to bottom. Christ. Let's just do a top 3, shall we?
Rate today's players. Okay. Who's played the most solid so far? What's seat 1, Alex?
Yeah, I like Alex's game, I like Joel's game, seat 2, playing well. Daniel's been a bit of a wild card. Seat 4 is obviously like a professional player, but
Yeah.
quite,
One of the players in Vegas, right?
yeah. On the quieter side. What was the information we had on Dave?
Just has the nuts every hand, I think.
3 race 10. Four calls.
Daniel with Church. The Church.
5 calls.
Ace
Oh,
King
David
suited.
Even is the guy that's happy to break even.
Oh, good. He's doing better than that at the moment.
Yep.
8 calls. 1 pass.
His favourite story is playing in Liverpool drunk, raising about the price of a house.
Nosebleeds.
No one respects me now.
I think he said it was a joke because he's from London and he was saying that.
Yeah.
What's the meaning of the life being better? Dimitri just says his favourite hand's Jack 10 and gives us no other information.
Okay.
Stellian, 10-10, favourite hand, 29-year-old poker player. Best achievement is living off cash games for 10 years.
Can't argue with that.
And he's been on the TV table in Sunny Beach, we saw him last time.
There's a few debutants actually, isn't there? I think there's like 3 or 4 that haven't been on a stream before.
Yeah. I think we've seen Daniel
Oh, we
before.
could have an action flop here. We have top pair, top kicker against a flush draw. This was not the hand I expected to get action from.
No, and Aurelio is going for the absolute blood, saying he's getting stacked here.
There is definitely going to be chips flying. Queen of diamonds.
Daniel on bottom after watching his bluff was not aggressive enough. And Big Twonk going for blood as well, saying flush imminent. And Dimitri's come along with the old backdoor spadearoo.
Interesting.
And that is Brikovic on the turn.
How have all 4 of these hands continued is...
I've got no idea, but interestingly, Dave picks up a gutter with his...
4 check. 5 check.
Imagine if Dimitri just wins this hand.
just piles it in somehow. Yeah.
Like he just checks him on the river and he just... Oh, well, he's not going to win this hand.
Ooh, 4 diamonds gets there for Dave.
Flush imminent
making
was
a
right.
7 high flush. Oh, Aurelio is down to make. Saying he's getting stacked here.
He's definitely going to lose some.
Just how much
5 bet 40.
is...
Dave says 40 is how much. And that is definitely getting snapped off by the Ace King. Has Dimitri got some devious thoughts here when he's ended up on the river with Queen High?
I'm not too sure.
Okay, no, throws it away. Snap call from Daniel, and he loses.
Yeah, gets shown the bad news, unfortunately.
Yeah, can't fold for 40 there, just unfortunate. Oh, he's angry.
Uh-oh.
Who's our winner at the moment then? Who's the biggest winner in the game?
Biggest winner, I'm
Dave?
guessing.
Dave, maybe? He's had a lot of hands. I don't think he's lost many.
Yeah, it's either. Joel must be up and Stellian is up as well, right? Because
Yeah, Joel's in for 300, I know that much. So,
5 plus.
yeah, I think he's up like 50 or something. Oh, he's up 136. He's opened with a mystery hand.
Yeah, so the incognito hand for
Ooh,
Joel.
this could be fun actually. I'd quite like to not see his hand and analyse on
Let's
how he plays it.
sweat with Joel.
Yeah. Remember those World Series main event ones? It's like
Yeah,
beef jerky,
Oh, the beef
wild
jerky,
card hand.
the wild. What was it? The beef jerky wild card hand.
Yeah.
The main event. There's my husband, says Birdie English.
Ooh, this is very interesting because I don't think Joel's got a great deal of flats out of position here. Probably just has 10s for quads again.
10 for 10.
Check.
Joel didn't have his quad face on this time
No,
though,
no.
so I'm gonna take out the 10s.
Okay. George has got the live reads. Ruling out quads.
Would I bet turn with the ace king there on the was it the 4 turn card?
Nah, I wouldn't.
You
Four
wouldn't?
ways.
4 ways, yeah.
I'm not expecting to get called by 4 different things on the flop anyway, so I'd
No.
definitely pump brakes there.
Apparently Dave grins when he's got a hand, says Big Twonk.
That's probably a tell.
Yeah, could be.
Interesting, Joel has continued here. I'm guessing at this point his range kind of looks like something along the lines of 8s, 9s. something
Yeah,
like that.
definitely medium pairs. I would say that seems like a reasonable suggestion.
He's not going to have many just 10s. Like, if he's going to have any 10s at all, it's going to be stuff like Jack 10 suited. Which he
He's
would.
going to have some.
The
Like,
3-bet was quite small, so he could just peel with those.
he's going to have some ace-x backdoor flush draw as well, maybe. Green on the river.
If he's got the 8s or 9s, part of his range is just going to check call here again, I think.
Yeah.
If he leads,
Hang on, if you give me like
He's got a
6
strong hand,
pints, I'll
probably.
become Swedish, I guess.
because there isn't really any bluffs he can have, I don't think, that have called the flop and then get here.
Right.
Ooh, what's this? Bet.
What is this? I mean, he could have
Look like an
4s.
overbet, isn't it?
Interesting. Ooh, this is a fruity one. I kind of want to know what he has there.
See a hand, Joel. Oh, we're not going to get the last minute update.
Yeah, so Joel up just under 200 now. Playing annoyingly well. I wanted to roast him a little bit.
And whatever he had there, getting the job done regardless.
Yeah, hard to think of any bluffs he could have, to be fair. Probably just like quads again.
At least trips.
At least trips.
One raise, 15.
Alex opening the Jack 10 in the cutoff. Seems fine.
Yep. Certainly a hand that you want to be playing. Daniel, we've not seen him fold a suited connector in the small blind so far. Continues the game plan. And Dave defending with the 10-9. Offsuit connector, sorry. Certainly something that you want to be defending your straddle with a lot of the time. Dave giving Alex the old stare down. I think Alex is going to have a
One bet, 15.
C-bet here with the
5 plus.
majority of his range.
Yep, like that.
Only bets 10, and that gets the job done for the most part. It's not a board where you're expecting to get check raised much, so it means you can size down and then look to attack your opponent's sort of weaker continuing range on future streets.
Oh, King got shown there.
Whoppa.
I just have to like open chat.
We'll do a 4-card PLO flip.
This is the first place I've ever seen players who are sitting out get dealt in, by the way. Never seen that before.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Not a thing
Yeah, that was
I've noticed
happening
in
on the
England.
PLO table, and we were choosing some games where, for example, 6-card triple board, you need 6 people or 7 or less people, and then sometimes it was an 8 max, and then they'd still be getting dealt in, so we couldn't play.
I think
Truck Salt says, "Are you playing for a living?" And the answer for both of us is yes. I'm more of a pot limit Omaha player,
highest hand is the full house, so she don't
and
about
Sam here plays No Limit Hold'em, which is the game that we're running at the moment, obviously.
Yep.
Aurelio, how about yourself?
As Alex's opens, he opened to 15 last time, right?
Yeah, now he's made
He's
it
opened to
7.
7 with
yeah.
jacks. Strange.
I'm not really sure. Last hand was a straddle, I think. Dave had the 6 straddle on.
Ah, yeah, of course.
So Alex making it quite small pre-flop. The table has been relatively loose passive, so I think maybe you should want to be sizing up, but
Yeah, I'd say so.
if yes, when did you decide that you were good to quit your jobs? How much did you have to be making a year, roughly? I was working in sports betting in London. I just didn't really enjoy it, to be honest. Didn't like the 9-to-5 lifestyle. Didn't enjoy spending time in a sort of an office and a closed environment, as it were.
Just to pause you there for a second, George. Dave's just absolutely gone after it with 8-5.
Don't mind it, to be fair. Backdoor
like it.
flush draw, right? Backdoor straight. Sorry, no backdoor
straight
flush draw. Backdoor straight draw.
Yeah.
And
It's good to turn like one pair hands into bluffs as well. Like
yeah, the bottom of your
the bottom ones, yeah.
yeah, the bottom ones that may be a little bit too weak to call.
Yeah, I did this yesterday actually. I think I had like 5-6 suited on a board where that was middle pair, and there was one diamond,
Yeah.
and then just got the runner backdoor flush,
Yeah,
which I should just never have, and then got it all the biscuits, and there you go. This is why
yeah.
you can just spank the most random 2-pair ever.
Interesting from Alex, because obviously these check. Ooh, Dave going for the check on the turn after that spice ball of a
I think I prefer a bet.
check raise. Yeah, I would have gone for a bet as well. However, Queen Jack gets there. And
Gotta go for some value now. Sure.
Dave loves the old stare down, doesn't he?
loves it.
Really giving Alex
Oh,
the
wow.
absolute business.
The absolute eye business. Hasn't gone for the value bet. I'm guessing Alex is just going to check behind and he's going to win the minimum with the best hand.
Yep.
I think he could have got turn or river bet paired there.
He'll be interested to see Dave's holding there, and he'll just be like, okay, whatever, man. Aurelio's a very keen amateur, and he says that if yes, when you decide to quit your jobs, when you're playing that late that you can't get up for work.
Definitely was a factor for me. Yeah, I was the same as you. I had like kind of like a 9-to-5 job, and I was
Playing
having
nights.
to. Oh yeah, we have an interview.
Bratislava once again from the TV table. I got a subject, I got a patient. Mr. Pilgrim,
Mr. Pilgrim, yeah, that's me.
how you doing, mine?
I'm doing good, you?
Well, you know how I'm doing. We just spoke about it before we came out to the stream. It's a bit of a hangover day today for
Yeah, definitely. Both of us.
It is what it is.
Exactly.
So
leaving
listen,
this-
this
leave-
is
sorry.
this isn't the first CGF you're doing, right? The
It's
cash
my
in.
second. My second. I was back in London in
I
February.
heard about that. Something about the rigged raffle.
Yeah, a rigged raffle thanks to Jason. I won a stake on the PLO TV table, and I come down to London with 8 hours notice to go play.
Perfect.
So
Thank you, Jason.
yeah, definitely. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been here.
You also got this nickname.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Have I?
I'm guessing you have several nicknames, but like the tattoo guy, what's that about?
Oh yeah, I said I'd get a Cash Game Festival tattoo if you give me like a buy-in to every TV table. But I'll also maybe change the offer a bit or somewhere to stay for every festival.
Ah, okay, you're gonna
So-
amend it. Okay, you're
So
just
it's either,
lowering.
it's
You're
either a
lowering.
buy-in or somewhere to stay.
I get it. Okay, we might. So where is the tattoo
I
gonna
haven't
be?
got it yet. I don't
No,
know.
but if I mean,
no,
gonna be the
not
forehead
the
in
forehead.
the. Ah, okay, no. Let's talk about later on. So
Yeah,
how's your experience so far?
I'm losing. But
Yeah,
as-
forget
it
about
is
the
what
money.
it
It's
is.
just money.
Exactly, it's
Are you
fine.
having fun?
I'm having a great time here.
Because that's what it's all about. Right?
Always.
The money is always secondary.
Yeah, exactly.
And you got Jason, the
Yeah.
sugar daddy. He can help you out. All right, I won't take much of your time.
Write me a blank check.
Blank check. I owe you.
yeah.
Something like that. Let's go back to the table.
7. 2 fold.
Donkey Dan is his nickname, guys. Eat all, says Aurelio. Enjoying your
Full
presence
call.
in the chat, Aurelio. And a good laugh.
Fold.
So Alex popping it up to 7. Looks like he's sort of changed his opening sizing strategy for some reason. Not entirely sure why. Maybe he just thinks that his post-flop edge is very high, so wants to keep the pot small pre. I don't know.
Heads up.
So King 9,
Check.
and Alex electing not to c-bet this one versus Sven.
$15.
Sven going for quite a large sizing of 15. What do you think this sizing would merit? Do you think he's just going to have a lot of sort of Broadway bluffs here?
Yeah, I think it's not going to be a king very often.
Yeah, me too.
And I expect if he does have one of those Broadways like
Check.
Queen 10 or Queen Jack, he's probably going to check back this turn. Maybe fire river.
Yep.
He is firing again. Could be a flush draw as well. 41, another big
Bet.
sizing.
31.
If I was Alex, I'd be at least considering going to Hero Town here.
$31 is a rather peculiar bet. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not believing the story myself.
And Sven does indeed get it through and mucks it straight away. So it looks like we're not going to be able to see what that was. A young Simon Callow, says Big Twonk. Who's
You wanna
that?
change? 4-man change stream.
English actor, musician, writer and theatre director. And who do you think looks like that? Seat 2? Simon Callow is apparently a person of someone I've not heard of before, although I'm not the sort of person that...
Unless it was supposed to be Cowell.
Yeah, that's true. That's what Aurelio is saying.
Yeah.
Straddle in the game.
Who do you think even looks like Simon Cowell? Not entirely sure, to be honest.
Raise 15.
Is this straddled, is it?
2 fold. 3 fold.
Not entirely sure.
Must be Alex just came in for a 15 raise. Sven coming along with the suit connector. Dave, I would like to see a 3-bet here. Don't think there's going to be one. Oh, there is.
45. 4 re-raise 45.
Bit small. What'd you make this here? Oh, I think I would have made it more like 55, 60.
Yeah, 55,
with the caller
60,
as well.
yeah. 4x with one caller, 3x
Yeah.
no caller
Yeah, yeah.
is my general rule of thumb.
1 call.
In position, out of position, I
Four
go
fold.
4 or 5 generally.
The biggest downswing
up.
you ever had playing cards? I've had 4-figure losing days multiple times. They're never fun.
Yeah.
But I don't know, I've never really had like a massive downswing per se.
Same for me actually. I've never had like a lot of my friends have just gone through horrendous like months long downswings. I've never really had that.
Yeah.
I've had months where I win less or whatever. I've never had like a disastrous spell.
Yeah.
But like you, I've had 1 or 2 sessions where I've lost sort of 2k, and that definitely hurts.
That does hurt.
Bet 40.
Especially when the game's unreal, and usually they're the splashier
Usually that's
games.
the ones where you do lose big money.
Dave flopping the absolute lot.
Again, Dave is running good.
Top 2 pair, backdoor diamonds. Can't ask for much more than that. What's Dave in for?
I think he must be winning.
Of course.
Not as in like the biggest winner.
Yeah.
I don't think he's in for much, to be honest. I think it might have been 300-400.
Wow. So he's having a last-ditch stab at the No Limit Hold'em trophy that I believe is currently occupied by Jamie Bobby. He won 300 big blinds yesterday, so Dave needs to win another 200 or 300 euros in order to get himself in the mix.
1 fold.
And potentially get himself a free package to Cash Game Festival Romania, which is coming up, by the way, guys, on the 16th to the 20th of October.
3 4 4 fold.
So Christopher popping it up with the Ace-King suited, which he did note was his favourite hand as well. 22-year-old university student. Not seen an awful lot from him. Looks like he's on the more solid side of things.
Annoying when you're on stream for 2 hours and your card dead as well.
Yeah, it is a bit, isn't it?
He's getting 3-bet by Ace Queen here, I think.
7 re-raise.
Yeah, so that's what, a raise to 40, is it?
40.
Yeah, looks like seems fine.
Don't mind that.
Unfortunately, you have ran into it here, and if Christopher goes all in, it's still going to be a fold. Actually, I was going to say it was close, but he has more than I thought.
Aurelio saying, Birdie English, your fella is pretty dishy.
All in.
Fair enough. Yeah, I'm not really sure what to say to that.
He's going all in.
Stillian mulling it over here. I don't think he's going to be calling, right?
I don't think so. Nah, not this much.
It's a shame to have to 3-bet fold such a nice hand.
250.
Yeah, and it's better than
250.
calling
Total.
pre.
Yeah.
You don't want to just call because of the short stack.
Yeah.
Just unfortunate. Although he is thinking about it. Might just fancy it.
Why not? Just put him on the Ace-5 suited and call it off.
Yeah, the GTO aces. And he has.
Oh, he's going to stack of it.
Flicked it in.
Ace-King versus Ace-Queen all in pre-flop.
Neither showing yet. That's not going to be good
That's
for
the
him.
king ball, which is almost a GG unless he can find a club.
no,
Wow,
no,
here we go.
Okay.
Oh,
no!
That's absolutely outrageous.
Chris thinks he just has the nuts as well. What's
Yeah,
happened?
and gets shown the absolute relock.
That face there. Oh dear.
Ay-ya.
Oh, unlucky
Flops
Chris.
top 2. The turn card was just absolutely
Absolute
sick.
gin.
You could feel something curdling in my stomach when I saw that 10 of clubs. I was just like, he's going to do it here.
He's only gone and done
Sit
it.
open.
He's only gone and done it, and that's the 5 of clubs on the river. Birdie English says, thanks, I think so too. Princess Bella with the thumbs up, and Aurelio with the ouch, yes.
That
Pretty
was
brutal.
An unfortunate one. And is he out of the game?
I don't know, I think he's had enough, has he? He's
Can
absolutely...
understand that.
He's steaming off to the bar to get a couple of drinks, quick time.
Three fold. 4 fold. 5 fold. 6 fold.
So still in there with the King 7, fresh off of the absolute Binkerino.
7 raise 8.
And Dimitri
Call.
got the You never know what this guy's up to, do you? And
And Alex is going to 3-bet.
he's going to find a way to get the stack in.
He is.
One.
And potentially call. We
Ace,
could have ace king
50.
against ace queen again here.
40? 40.
Alex is not called, right? No.
No, should be
Right,
not.
thank you. Some normal service is resumed in the hand.
We're
However,
now going to get out of the way, and presumably Dimitri's plan is now going to be to go in.
yeah, he's probably just going to snap back jam it in, I guess.
Fold.
Surely I'm just going to call again.
This could be weird, right? Because Alex
Yeah.
is just like, how the hell does he
What
have
do
a
you
trap
have?
here?
Yeah.
It's not like I'm like a massive action player. Princess Bella saying,
Has
Ace
just called
call.
again.
yeah, this Dimitri
Weird.
really mixes it up, doesn't he? You never know what he's
Hands
up
up.
to. Princess Bella saying, I don't think someone looks like Simon Keller in that table. I would have to agree with you on that one. So Alex swapping middle pair with the backdoor diamonds.
Yeah, both
Dimitri,
caught
top pair, top kicker.
Check.
And the 10 on the turn gives both players a gutter ball as well. I like Alex's check. He's definitely going to be able to get some value from some hands on later streets.
Kind of surprised he doesn't go for a small bet on the turn there.
Yeah, I agree.
Lots of worse things can call.
And
a lot of which we're
is
crushing.
Dimitri going to start to put some money in the pot, or
Would imagine so.
one would hope?
55.
Bets 55.
I like the sizing.
And Alex is just going to
Call.
probably be
So
calling
long.
this one off, seeing what is up against the ace. Okay.
Yeah, fair reaction. How has
That's
this
not
happened?
bad. Yeah. Hoping to see a Queen Jack value bet or something like that. Oh, we've got the CGF Poker Club raffle coming up soon, and an interview with Stilian as well.
Floorman change stream. Jednička.
But yeah,
Change.
it could have been worse for Alex there. He could have been like back 4 bet and been like, well, I'm all in.
Yeah. I think he would have probably had to call if that happened.
I think
It's kind of a weird
in that kind of
spot,
situation,
yeah.
you can't really give your opponent credit for a better hand the majority of the time.
I would in that spot. I would be expecting a call and just see something like 5s or 6s. That's just
But yeah, just decided to waz it in and
don't know what to do. I'm all in.
yeah,
4 fold.
yeah, it does
And
happen
I'll just
quite a
take
lot
the flip, you know.
in live poker. Yeah,
5 fold. 6 fold. 7 fold. Ještě jednou. Race.
so Dimitri on the button here, popping it up to 12 with the Jack 8 suited, and here's Connor Oldroyd sat in seat 2, good mate of mine. He's a fun player and certainly someone that doesn't back down from the action.
Thanks.
Yeah, should be a good addition to the table.
Definitely.
And heads up.
Loosey goosey.
I was going to say, I thought Alex was in there with the 5-3 now.
Yeah, me too.
And Daniel with the 8-7. Would you just 3-bet this versus, I mean, it was a 4x sizing, wasn't it? So maybe
Yeah, I think
flatting
probably
better.
just call. It's quite a nice hand to play.
Bet 20. Fold.
Dimitri continuing the randomness. Betting 25, I believe, on the flop.
You wanna play?
Because why not?
Yep.
1 free. 1 free. Yeah.
Playing like C game automatically, right? When you're about to play the A game for the whole trip and then have to come home and fucking spank it. I know what you mean.
New player too. Free 10. Race. 4 fold. 5
So
call.
Daniel opening up there. Sven.
Look at the
Yeah,
graphics are a bit behind here.
yeah, it looks like we're just going to have to wait for a couple
6,
of moments,
3
guys.
ace. 42. Call. 8.
Okay. This doesn't look right. I don't think there's been a limp in Joel's raise to 42.
No, that won't have happened. Joel will probably be 3-betting in this spot versus Dave,
I think that's what it is, yeah.
who would have opened to 10. And see if Connor can find a hand. Queen 9 suited, not going to be played in this situation. Daniel sighing to fold the Jack 10, but it's got to be done.
Yeah, it looks like Dave opened to 10.
Yeah. And Dimitri with the cold call with the pocket 5s. And Dave
Closing the action.
deciding to fold. Yeah, I would definitely be continuing there.
Yeeting that call in.
In heads up.
And, you know, potentially sometimes we could turn our hand into a full bet at you know, small frequency.
Not going to get any action from Dimitri, I don't think.
No, so Joel flopping that up flush draw. And,
I think against Dimitri in particular, I might check raise here.
What, because he
just
bets when
stabs.
check 2 quite a lot. Yeah, he does. Does have a high
And then we're going to
frequency
have
bet.
get some money in and have some fold equity, I think. And then just
6
plan to
bet.
not fold, obviously.
31.
However, Dimitri is a rather sticky opponent, and he does have a club in his hand, so he might think
peel
of
one.
he might peel one off here.
I've seen Joel take a line in these spots where he'll bet small like this on the flop and then overbet turn,
Yeah,
which I would like here, I think.
yeah, especially if
Start putting like a weak king in a really tough spot.
oh, Dimitri's raising to 75.
Raise.
Well, this isn't going to
Well,
go
it's
too well.
going
for
in.
him. Yeah,
I imagine now. What? Yeah, not sure why the raise with the 5s here.
You know, John might
And so
be
small
thinking,
as well. If you're going to do it, make
Yeah.
it like 150.
basically representing a set, but you'd have to have cold called pocket 7s or 4s.
I mean, he did call with 5s, so I guess he
Yeah.
could.
Yeah, but Joel must be
yeah,
thinking,
Joel
what
might
the
think
hell's
he's-
going on here? Has he got aces or?
And he has yeeted it in the middle.
He does pile it in, and I like that.
Yep. And
Could be
I
up
don't
against some
think he's
worse-
going to get a call here. Although,
Worst draws.
however,
Dimitri deciding
because actually, if Joel's got kings here, is he going all in?
no. He'd definitely jam ace king though,
Yeah,
wouldn't he?
ace king and aces. I think
And
he's
aces.
doing this. Yeah.
Obviously, it's flush draws as
It
well.
is quite narrow though, and there probably is more flush draws actually.
There probably are a lot of ace x suited. Does he jam queen jack suited? Do you think as well, or?
Yeah, probably.
And you know, Dimitri, we've seen him make a couple of hero calls across the week, especially against Rock yesterday. You know, he's not someone that likes to do much folding. He might be able to talk himself into a call, but it would just be an incredibly thin call, wouldn't it? I mean,
And he is 4% ahead.
yeah, he's 4% ahead
Getting the
versus,
price.
which is what, one of the best case scenarios? That
Yeah,
he's just got
yeah.
clubs.
Joel's got the side of his range that he actually beats, and even then it's 2 overs and a flush draw.
Yeah,
He is giving Joel the old stare down,
yeah.
and he has
Oh
called.
my god. And
Joel
saying
snap
twice.
asking for the 2 times. He's surely not going to win both runners. Well, he wins the first one.
That's the first
He
one.
wins the first.
I know it's just said once.
Oh wow. He's giving him the one-time finger wag and held.
Yeah, he's giving him the one-time thing.
Oh no, here we go.
Oh no, here we go.
Volume. I switch.
Come on, Joel.
What?
Oh no! No!
Oh, there's more outs. The jack as well. We'll get him there.
Oh my
Oh
god.
wow, they're running it 3 times or twice.
Just twice, I think.
It's just
oh,
is Joel
wow.
just getting completely ironed out then. Oh yeah.
Oh no. Look. Oh, there we go.
Oh, and
How many times?
Imagine if the 4 or the 5 comes.
Oh my god.
Oh, close.
So is that it? Is that enough times, lads?
Yeah, Joel ends up getting €300 back from the pot,
Never run it 3 times.
and he's
Looks like he feels slightly hard done by that.
slightly bemused to see the pocket
How has
fives.
this happened? Yeah.
One of 3 times is.
Might have to just go and ask him what he thought he was doing getting it in with ace high, to be honest.
Exactly.
He's losing
Draw.
you're losing to a pair, Joel.
No good, Joel. No
one
good.
time.
I thought he was
2 times.
played professionally as
Yeah,
well.
that's what I
He
thought.
was a good player.
It's all.
Of course, the other guy's got 5, Joel.
Yeah.
Another split.
Folding.
It's all. It's all.
Reload chips.
I reloaded it. Got an
Once
instant.
again, back from the action from the TV table. Cash Game Festival Bratislava. Stelian,
Yeah. Hey, man.
welcome.
Thank you.
You're one happy lucky raffle winner from
I am.
Sunny Beach.
Yeah, I am.
You won the package,
I did.
and you were obviously very happy then.
Sure, sure. I'm
And-
happy as well. Right now.
And now as well.
Yep.
So, did you enjoy your stay so far here? At
Yeah,
Bratislava?
it's perfect. The hotel is great. The place is really nice, and the casino is nice. The action is great as well.
Staff.
Yeah, stuff is perfect.
How about the production team, the guys who's staring at
Yeah,
us? What do
very professional.
you think so? Okay.
Except in the nights where they get drunk, and it's not very professional. But I
no,
guess that's part of the fun.
Probably it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that they keep the players hanging around until the very
And the
early
hangover.
morning. Yeah, but let's not talk about that.
Yeah.
So you're playing at the TV table at the moment, Texas.
I am. Yeah.
1-3.
Yeah.
And how's the action? Is it?
It's.
Are you doing good?
It's all right. Yeah. It's all right. I'm getting lucky again, but
getting
maybe
lucky.
that would continue.
Yeah. So how's the action overall for you? Has it been good couple of days so far, or?
Yeah, it was good. The problem was I had this ultra VIP from the package,
Yes.
so all the alcohol is free, right? So that's like the problem. Do I
understand.
continue to play
I
or
understand.
do I drink?
Okay.
And I played the first day, but second day, not so
You
much.
couldn't play.
Yeah.
I understand. So we should perhaps cut the ultra VIP bands
Yeah,
and just
yeah,
go
maybe.
down to regular
Sure,
VIP.
sure,
bands.
yeah.
Okay, all
Yeah.
right. And you brought a friend with you, right?
Yeah, my brother is with me.
And how does he enjoy?
He loved it. Yeah, he's 17, so he's not allowed in the casino.
Yeah.
But overall, he loves the city, and it's a good experience.
You
for
done
both
some
of
fun
us.
stuff?
Yeah,
You done some fun stuff?
we have. Yeah, the
Anything
beer,
official?
The official thing was the beer.
The beer bike
trip.
thing?
Yeah, that was really cool.
Yeah, it was nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
interesting.
we're looking forward for the next event. as
Which
well.
is going to be in Bucharest.
Oh yeah,
In 2 weeks, 3
Sure.
weeks, sorry. You might be there.
might be.
You might win another raffle.
Oh yeah.
Good luck
Sure.
at the tables.
Thank you.
Let's go back to the TV table.
Yep.
To všetko spravil celý kompy z toho a 2 vyhral pán a 1.
And that was one of the most
yeah.
legendary hands I think I've ever seen at the Cash Game Festival.
Big fan of that one. I have shot him a message to ask if he wants to send over some analysis of what he was playing out there, getting in with this high. That is a funny one.
Dobre. No. 300. Jo, okej. Dobre. Dík.
So just to remind us of the action in this hand, he 3-bet early
bet
position.
shove.
I give it.
Yeah.
3-bet early position, right? To
Yeah.
40.
Cold call from
Dimitri's in the mix in the mid position with 5s.
This one for
Flop was King 7-4 flush draw.
Yeah.
Bet, min raise or like click,
Yeah.
Oh,
shove,
it's
hero call with the 5s. It's just really tough to get this Dimitri guy off the hand, isn't it?
Yeah.
And he will
Well,
be
he's-
playing the 5-5 PLO in a bit, guys.
Yeah, he's got the minerals.
That's for sure.
yeah, I rake it, but
Joel laughing it off at least. Good to
Yeah,
see.
That's
I would definitely be laughing about this one as
a
well.
hearty way to take it, but
Yeah.
you know he does understand that he's just going to have Dimitri pretty much drawing dead a lot of the time as well. So
Yeah, he could have even got it in against the worst flush
yeah,
draw,
for
which is
real,
obviously the
yeah,
dream.
sorry, yeah. I got this.
and Dave doing a little bit of refereeing there, keeping the dealer in check.
35.
We've had some good feedback on Dave from
Yeah,
the chat.
35.
Yeah.
And you-
Quite dishy
you got
apparently.
the
It says
Dishy.
dishy.
You got the best.
Right.
Dishy means I guess good looking or handsome.
Okay. Like he's a dish.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Alright.
Four man change.
And I don't think Aurelia's a female as well. It said I'm only half gay. So interesting. Whatever floats your boat, pal. Thanks for joining the stream anyway.
Jo, na 6.
Joel reloading.
After he saw that, thinking,
Giving it there
well,
seems about right. Yeah.
I need a bit more money on the table, I think.
Yeah.
Getting ironed out like that.
Has the calculator out on his phone, just calculating how many absolute K he's done in the session. Nah, I think he'll be down less than a buy-in anyway.
Yeah, I think about half a buy-in probably.
Yeah.
8 raise 12. 1 fold.
So Dimitri popping it up to 12, continuing with that 4x sizing, and Connor looking to play a hand after seeing that, maybe. On the button with 9-8 off, obviously a little bit wide for the most part, but does have position, is relatively deep stacked with Dimitri, who's a rather random player to say the least. And wow, does flop the absolute lot. 8-8-7. Let's go the old droid. And he's going to probably bet the flop.
Will be
How much is
I
that?
imagine.
3.
I love it.
Taking the absolute piss, isn't he? Needs a diamond on the turn to get some sort of action.
Oh, that'll do it.
That's a
That's a
nice
good
card
one.
for the old droid.
Bet
I think
three again.
he's going to have to size this one up a little bit.
15.
15.
Because he should know that he could be floated by ace high here.
Exactly. A lot of the time,
it's going to hit him
the
hard.
hand. Yeah, the hands that are going to check call that
Right.
3.
Now I would like to see an overbet on pretty much most rivers.
Overbet on the river, anything but an ace.
That,
That's
especially
perfect.
Yeah, like how much you go, like 90?
And there's just so many missed draws, right? Like 9-10, Jack 9.
Yep.
Yeah, 75. I like
Yeah.
it, Connor.
Nice.
And he's probably going to get absolutely snapped off here.
Yeah, can't believe the chips aren't in already, to be honest.
Let's see if Dimitri is going to pay.
Strange if he doesn't make the hero fold here.
Well, it's interesting because it's probably quite an under bluff spot because you just know your opponent's going to have an ace so often that maybe you're a bit more weighted towards value.
Yeah. I mean, he's only representing an 8 or like 7s now, really.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, like you said, it is an under bluff spot.
So I don't think he's raising. There it is, the reluctant call. Oh,
surely.
Making him work for it, isn't he?
Yeah, making him sweat it.
There it is. And,
yeah, he looks like he's expecting to be beat.
Yeah, but
Don't think he can
can't
fold there.
quite pick up the call. I mean, if you're divvying up your ace-x that you're calling there, it's quite nice to be blocking some 8x. So obviously the 4, not really doing much of that. I'm thinking hands like ace-10, ace-9, obviously good candidates for a call.
Yeah, I like that as a plan.
Some ace-7 suited as well, which is blocking the 8-7 suited, which is nice. But yeah, I think ace-4. I think if you're calling that, you're basically just check calling any ace.
The
But
problem is from a GTO standpoint, which is not usually the standpoint I do come from when I'm playing.
Sure.
It's very much game theory optional for me. But yeah, from that standpoint, even against that big sizing, he's got to be defending with.
Oh, we've got the Pokio. Sorry, 2 seconds.
Yeah.
All right. Welcome to the CGF Pokio Facebook group, where we're gonna do the raffle for the CGF Bucharest stop. The raffle where you can win a package worth 1,500 euros. All right. I got Jason here. No, here. CGF Jason, and I got Manal from Pokio. You're gonna verify everything is happening. That is correct. Okay. Like. Justify it all, or what do you say?
We need auditors. We're the auditors.
Yes. Something like, yeah, so you're like, oh, perfect. That's good. I really love it when this happens. Okay, so now we just continue for the stream. We do it for the stream and then we can do whatever later on.
Okay.
Okay, so let's spin the camera around actually. Let's go to the left and let's just show everyone the names.
Come on.
These are all the names. We got about 66 of them.
It looks right.
And we're gonna, so we're gonna shuffle it around. Now it's shuffled. You see all the names here, Manal?
Yep, verified.
Or the nicknames. Bam. So once you press, if you click, it's gonna start spinning around.
Okay.
And then when it stops, we'll see who the lucky winner is. You wanna do it?
Enter this one.
Yeah, try. Yes. No? 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 There.
Oh, here we go. Come
magic
on.
touch.
I did it.
Round and round and round.
What's it gonna be?
Dun, dun, dun. Yanni!
Oh, Yanni!
Yarny!
Yanni!
Winner, chicken dinner.
And actually, Yarni is here.
He's here.
No, but
Who
he
is
is.
Yarny?
Yeah, he's a really nice guy. He's gonna play the sweetened table. later on.
It's fun. But we
we
can't give out the names.
We never out
Well, yeah.
I don't know.
We don't
I
know.
just know
I'm
that
here for
Jarni
that
is here.
reason, just the ID. we know.
Exactly. So Jarni wins a package to CGF in Bucharest. Sweet. 1,500 euros. He gets the accommodation for 2 persons, 4 nights.
Nice.
It's nice. You also get the VIP package for 2 persons.
Very nice.
And you also get 500 euro in cash game stake that he can use at the TV table.
Oh, nice.
Everything
That's a good
is
price,
so nice.
yeah.
Any
Yeah,
take
yeah.
on that? What do you?
Well, I'm kind of hoping maybe I can find out who this person is because I'm free. I'd like to go. It sounds like he has a +1.
Win-win.
Sounds like a great event.
Do you
Yeah,
think
win-win.
about Win-win.
So Yari, this is Manal.
Exactly. We can introduce you guys later on. Okay, so congratulations, Jarni. We see you later on, and well, just keep an eye out for upcoming CGF Poker promotions. Ciao.
And we are back in the mix there, so well done Yanni for winning the Cash Game Festival Pokio giveaway. Aurelio said I'll +1 with her with 4 love hearts. Make up your mind, Aurelio. You were saying Dave was dishy and now you're trying it on with the Pokio reference.
Choose a team.
Yeah. Or do you bat both sides?
Maybe.
Nothing wrong with it. Bit greedy, I'd say, but it's up to you. Looks like we got some straddles on. Dimitri making it 6 there. What's the best action game you've been in so far this week?
It's got to be the short deck yesterday.
Short deck,
It was so fun.
Jesus.
Absolutely rifling it in every 2 minutes.
Yeah, I worked out the equity between my kings versus Franco's Jack 6. He's got 20% somehow.
Mad, isn't it?
Yeah,
He's got like the worst hand, and you've got like a very good hand.
He's got the absolute Raz. Yo,
Yeah.
yo. Yeah, I've got, yeah.
It's just a crazy game, and that's why it's like, it just creates action.
Yeah, exactly, because it runs
It's very
so
good for
close.
streams. Daniel limping the ace jack suited. Joel looks sad.
Has it just finished the game?
It's just finished. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Cool. So about 20 minutes remaining, guys.
20 minutes remaining, and yeah, multi-way action here with a load of diamonds.
3 players.
5 deuce deuce. Certainly a hand that makes Dimitri's hand the most playable out of the, out of the 3. Daniel, having limped, now deciding to bet.
The best hand by accident.
Yep.
Called.
Gets the value in. Called in both spots. Interesting.
Yeah, this is weird. What's going to spice it up for us on the turn then? Like the
8 of diamonds?
Yeah, 8 of diamonds. 10 ball hits no one. It's probably going to slow the action down a little bit. Daniel getting called twice is less likely to continue, I guess.
Check.
And a queen on the river.
And the ace high is still somehow winning.
Can Stillian have any plans here? I mean, what would he be able to represent?
It's a limped pot. Not a great deal.
Yeah. It's quite a large sizing as well. Like,
Yeah,
is,
so
he-
like
is he
we're
going to have
polarizing
much?
to have a 2 now.
Yeah, is he going to have much 2x?
Don't think
Probably
so.
not. But it doesn't really matter when both players snap fold, I guess. One of those bets that, from a theoretical standpoint, probably doesn't make an awful lot of sense. But you know, if you see 2 disinterested guys in a multi-way pot, there's 43 euros in there.
Yeah.
Bet.
Generally not going to go far wrong there.
No. So you guys looking forward to the 5-5 PLO coming up a little bit later on, usually guaranteed to be action. Daniel folding the 10-4, Sven's not had a lot to work with the last hour or so, and Dishy Dave opening it up in the cutoff to 10 Stylian with aces for the second time.
1-1 all-in.
1-1. And might get some deep stacked action here because should be
a
sizing
three-bet
it
and a
up.
call probably.
350 big blinds effective.
Juicy.
I'd like to see 40. Yeah, 40 I think is a nice
good to
sizing.
me.
Especially as he is quite deep. Alex, not interested there in the big blind.
I think this deep I'm going to call with Jack 9 suited here.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Oh, is he going to click a Reno?
This I did not expect.
So Dave makes it 95. And I think the problem is...
I'd like a call from Stylian.
I'd like a call here as well. You are out of position, but it's just like, I don't think I've ever seen a 5-bet bluff in live poker.
Not 1,000 deep in this game.
No, exactly.
Yeah, I just don't have a 5-bet range.
Yeah.
If I get 4-bet, I'm just always calling or folding.
Yeah, I agree. So let's see how Stylian approaches the situation.
Yeah, I think we're just trying to cooler kings if he raises, but we're going to get a lot off that anyway.
Yeah.
On pretty much any board that doesn't have an ace on it.
Yeah, and then you can also induce some hands like this to barrel off, and some hands like suited broadways.
So I wouldn't be expecting hands like this in Dave's range here at all. I'd be thinking he's going to have like kings or queens a lot of the time here, and I can just call and then check call river and sort of progress from there.
Yeah.
He's going to put in 5-bet, and he's not going to get any more money.
Yeah.
It's a shame. This would have been a fun one to see if he flats. Oh, is he going to?
He's going to flat, yeah. Oh no.
Don't raise. And they're going straight in the bin.
Yes.
Alright.
Oh, here we go. Dave's sort of still hanging around.
He's made a big size as well. There's surely no way this continues.
Yeah, he's gone for it. 265.
Not actually as big as I thought. Yeah.
Dave lets it go. The game's up, and Stylian gets the job done there with the aces.
That would have been an interesting one if he just
Dave
flattered.
is going to get dished, says Aurelio. Does indeed get dished with the 5-bet. And yeah, still yet to see a light 5-bet in live poker, and it's a very good reason for defending your flatting range as well.
Yeah.
Lots of good things can happen. Your aces need no protection. It's not like you've got any overcards that you're worried about.
Aces particularly. So I'd still just call with kings and stuff as well, but obviously slightly less.
And you have some of the 4-bet bluffs completely crushed, like the suited wheel aces and stuff like that. You know, they're going to have pretty much not a lot of equity to work with, and they're going to have to bluff. So you want to incentivize as your opponent to barrel off into you there with the aces and just be comfortable peeling one off out of position.
Yeah. Adds a little element of deception as well, because then Dave's probably ruled out aces from his range.
Exactly.
You might think that you would raise with aces.
And then he might stack kings and queens like every time with the overpair.
You can even go for like a check raise on safe flops. Get in piles.
Yeah.
Would have been a nice situation to see.
For sure. So Dimitri Limperino with the ace king blind v blind. Connor checking the strata with the 8-3.
Presumably Dimitri was limpery raising here. Although actually we've already seen him play ace king passively, so I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
I mean maybe he just thinks it's a drawing hand.
I mean he's right.
And a Kornikova.
Yeah.
Looks good, plays badly. And Dimitri now leading for 6, and the old droid is out of the mix. He said, "You are massive." Giving him the old rub down as well after the hand.
Free call.
Aces again.
Aces again, this time for Dodgy Dan in seat 3. Dishy Dave, Dodgy Dan. What are we going to, Cunning Connor?
And Joel's going to 3-bet the aces again here, is it?
Joker Joel.
Oh, no, it looks like it's, is it straddled? And he's open to 15, right?
Must be one of the last hands if the straddles get going.
Hang on, is Daniel limped under the gun here? Is their graphics right there?
No, Dodgy Dan gone for the limp re-raise. The old classic.
Yeah. See this a lot in live poker? Never
Yeah.
seen it online.
No. And there's a reason for that. Joel getting limp is just sort of, he's just had enough at this point, isn't he? It's
This
just
is one
like-
of my most tilting things when someone limp is, and I'm like,
Yeah,
oh,
you're
great,
just like,
cool.
Donkey Dan apparently, says Aurelio.
Yeah.
Well, he gets the absolute minimum there, unfortunately.
There's some people donk betting into me in 3-bet pots when I've just somehow whiffed. They're my
Yeah,
two most
yeah.
annoying things.
Yeah, you get that a lot.
Like,
on
no,
Sky.
you're supposed to check.
You
I'm
get that a
supposed to
lot
bet
on-
and win.
You get that a lot on Sky Poker, yeah.
Yeah.
Just some random geezer who just sees the ace, queen, 3 and just decides to leave for pot.
Yeah.
And you're thinking, well, why?
No, I'm supposed to have the good hands.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Leave me alone, my pot. You can start working in some like weird stuff where you can just float quite a lot because they're
Yeah.
not generally going to have a strong hand or just click it back in their eye, but
Yeah.
these types of players don't like to fold, so it's,
Yeah.
it's always
Dimitri's got the famous 5s.
famous 5s. So Dimitri popping it up. Keeps
See if he
everyone
can whack anyone else with
keeps
them.
everyone on their toes, does our man Dimitri, doesn't he? And Mr. Old Droid here in the small blind, waking up with the ace queen.
Getting after it.
Be a very standard 3 bizzle, and Daniel, I think,
Prediction,
should
gonna
probably-
cold call.
probably should be
Oh,
piling.
he's
I think.
piled, yeah.
Late position 3-bet.
Ooh, is Connor gonna call? as
Ace
well?
queen offsuit.
Hang on, is Dimitri gonna call?
Oh yeah, that's the problem, isn't it?
He's already heroed it off with 5s once. Imagine if he doesn't wins.
Dicey Dimitri.
He,
thinking,
he said his favourite hand was Jack 10, right?
yeah,
not
favourite
5s.
hand- favourite him was Jack 10, not 5s, but Connor in a bit of a weird spot here versus Daniel,
How much is the shove? Oh, it's quite large.
who I think is taking a bit of a shot in this game, Daniel, so
Yeah.
I would probably give him the benefit of the doubt on this spot with ace queen offsuit, probably start the call with ace queen suited.
Yeah.
You're doing pretty well against some 4-bet bluffs. If he has those or not, I'm not sure. It is a late position scenario,
Yeah, I'm folding here.
and I think it's a good fold. I think this is probably the bottom for Daniel.
Shows in the ace.
Shows him the ace, and we do have Connor in the background, sort of with a bemused smile there, looking to see what his opponent had. Yeah, cool with suited, don't you? He showed it, did he?
Yeah. Yeah, looks like we're coming into the last 3 hands, I guess.
Okay, we start
Yeah.
it. We start with first hand. 3 last hands. Okay.
Yeah. Been a pretty fun one.
Has been.
Highlight for me, the 5s.
Fives.
Big fan of that.
There's been some rip-roaring action, that's for sure. Pocket 5s versus the ace 10 of clubs hand was just bananas, and we're definitely going to be having that one on a highlight. Guys, do check out the YouTube channel, youtube.com/cashgamefestival. There's been some great uploads and some excellent content from our high-quality media production team behind the scenes, getting that out for you.
Didn't actually realise there was a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
So there's been a highlight like from all the streams.
Yeah, like daily recaps
Nice.
and yeah, stuff that's going on.
Us going absolutely wild at the King High
Us
Hero
going
call
wild at
yesterday.
the King High
I'll
Hero
be
call.
watching that again then.
That'll be on there. And Connor popping it up to 10, getting a defend from Sven in the big blind, who's probably gonna be check calling here. Connor
3.
betting 3.
Yeah.
Definitely keeping in that wide range that he can maybe attack later on.
Yeah, like that.
Doesn't not improve. Sorry.
So
I
Connor
thought-
could just decide to bet big here, and he's going to make him fold anything that's not a king, probably.
Yep. Does check back, looking for a 10 or an 8. Finds the ace, and I think that's also a card that
is a
he
good
can
call
bet.
to Yeah.
So-
Unless Sven has a go. Looks like he's thinking about it.
What, to try and get some queen highs to fold, to get some small pairs?
Yeah, some small pairs mostly, I think.
Yep.
Yeah, because I think
I'm Connor,
sort of like 4s and stuff is definitely going to bet that flop for protection.
Yeah, if I'm in Connor's shoes, I would probably bet a bit bigger with 4s on the flop.
Yeah, sure.
than
Yeah,
3.
yeah, I know, yeah, you
Need a little bit more protection
Yeah,
against
yeah.
the 6 over cards, and just, you know, if that bet achieves some very sort of loose out of position floats. Yeah, the 4s does I think benefit from a little bit larger. We are coming to the end of the stream, I believe. So Joel with the 9-5 gets out the way.
6 fold. 8 fold. 1 fold. Free raise 10. 5 call.
So apparently we're going to call him Donkey Dan as I open it up on the button to ace with ace-6 off. 10. Dave calls and it's gone check. Ooh.
He finds the 3.
Check.
Dishy Dave.
Dishy Dave running hot.
And definitely the biggest winner in the game now, right?
Yeah, I think so. He's probably up to the tune of about 400 to 600.
Yeah, sounds about right.
And
Salty Dan.
Yeah, Salty Dan showing that he got absolutely bad beated on that one. Connor 50% went to showdown, looking to play some pots is the lad.
Sven 0% went to showdown.
Wow, just getting it done, that red line.
Yeah.
Straddle. Re-straddle.
Ooh, so we have at least 1 straddle, maybe 2 here for the last hand.
Yeah. Is this the last hand?
I think so, yeah. Maybe 1 more, and it looks like it's straddled to 12.
Straddled to 12 from Dimitri, who's...
Oh, is it 16? No, 16? Can it be 16?
It'd be a 3, 6, 12, I believe.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. Okay, so some relatively high stakes action for the last hand. Let's see if anyone can pick something up. Alex is, I don't think, going to put the 24 on.
Nope, but has raised with the S10.
Yeah, I think that's pretty standard, especially when there's 4 blinds. Want to be opening it up and sort of try to buy yourself a position.
Did I just see Ace King for Sven there?
Ace King, yeah.
Oh, what a dreamy spot with this stack depth as well.
Don't just shove. Please just 3-bet to under 100.
Yeah, we'd definitely like to see that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wait,
is he just called? Oh, no.
95.
What is that, 90?
95. Yeah, I mean, it's towards the larger side.
A little bit big. You could literally just like min click this with the stack depth and just shove pretty much
exactly. That's the thing.
That's a fold, and that wraps it up by the looks of it.
And that will wrap it up, guys. So thanks for joining us on the last Hold'em stream of the Cash Game Festival. We'll be back for some tournaments tomorrow for the No Limit Hold'em. There is a €50,000 guarantee running alongside for 110 buy-in. Glad to see a couple of people doing quite well in that. Are you going to be playing later on?
I will be.
Yep.
Going to go start after this.
Awesome. Good luck to you, sir, and thank you very much for joining me, Sam Clark, once again. Do check it out. I'll just put the YouTube link in the chat, and we'll be back in about 20 minutes, guys, so stay tuned.
Cash Game Festival in Bratislava, day 5.
And you still have a chance to join it.